大家好，我是导演张永新。
Hello everyone, I'm Andre Morgan.
你好，摩根先生，你好。
Hello, Director John. It's a pleasure to meet you. In fact, it's an honor to meet you. I'm a big fan.
摩根先生的作品我是学习过的，比如说您拍过的那个《精武门》，那是小时候非常喜欢的一部作品。现在我家里还保留着这个《精武门》的视频，时不时的还翻出来看一看，非常喜欢看。我特别想问摩根先生几个问题啊，就是您和中国的好多的功夫明星合作过，您觉着在您的心目中，您对谁的印象最深刻呀？
Bruce Lee is the best fighter. Jackie Chan is the best stuntman. Sammo Hung is the best action director.
第二个问题是想问摩根先生，您现在手头上还有没有一直想拍，但是还没有机会去拍的题材？
Actually, yes. My dream is to make the first Chinese-based superhero movies for the world, using Chinese culture, Chinese history, and folk stories. Just the same as we do in America with Superman and Batman. Have you seen any American TV shows you'd like to recommend?
我自己看过《纸牌屋》，看过《越狱》，看过《权力的游戏》，我非常喜欢。全游我是特别喜欢，能够看了那么多季，非常好的桥段，好的段落也都是记忆犹新。
I understand completely.
能够感受到摩根先生对中国影视文化的关注和了解。那么我特别想问，以您的观察，中国影视目前创作上的难题是什么？
Not enough support and not enough encouragement from the financial side to allow young Chinese directors to experiment on projects and to try new things to take to the international market.
那么下面想问一个相对专业一点的问题啊，就是在一部剧当中，制片人、导演和演员如果产生了分歧，那么最终谁是决定者？
If it's to do with finance, the producers. If it's the creative, the director. And most importantly, if the actor won't come on the set, you listen to the actor.
好戏都是磨出来的。比如我们拍到北京的这个街头的时候，我们会考虑到沙尘暴，我们会考虑到满街的泥泞，那个鼓风机吹得漫天的黄沙呀，一张嘴可能口腔里面都带有沙子。甚至有的演员跟我讲，昨天拍过的这部戏，到了今天说话的时候，好像牙缝里还能够带到沙子。像这样的一些感受，都是在现场的时候，作为我们工作者们，他们必须要经受的。但是它带来的一个最好的结果，就是能够让我们最大限度的对于那样的一个环境有一个体感上的认知，乃至于在表演上，它也会更加精准地把握它的分寸感。
After 50 years, I honestly believe every movie has a separate problem based on the kind of movie it is. So if we use the example of 如果爱, convincing financiers to make a musical in China was incredibly difficult. For movies here in Hollywood, we have similar problems. The problem of convincing the finance that it's a good project that will make money, convincing the finance that it's the kind of project that the distributors and the public will want. That's the biggest challenge. You have to capture the audience's imagination. And the most important thing are the characters. The characters need to be accessible. They need to be sympathetic. They need to do the right thing by the end of the show. It doesn't matter if they start out being terrible human beings. If the audience goes on the journey of seeing them become a better person from learning the lessons, that can be inspirational. What you can't have is characters that are boring, that are predictable, or that are cliches, because audiences are too smart for that today.
正如您的作品里面曾经拍过我们的《精武门》，到现在我也忘不掉，李小龙先生去踢馆的时候那么飒的一个武打的场面。为什么我们中国人都很喜欢精武门的这个故事？因为它体现出来的就是我们中国人的精气神。我以为真正的好故事 能够感动我们创作者，也一定能够感动我们的观众。当然还是有一些预设的。其实从导演的角度来说，我们是有这个功课的，就是叫著名场面或者叫关键节点的预设。这种预设呢，实际上有的是有意为之的，比如说像鲁迅先生的出场，像毛泽东的出场，像鲁迅先生创作《狂人日记》。当然我们在拍摄的时候就已经做过这方面的设想，就是像摩根先生你们美国的影视界现在有没有哪些的作品能够让美国的年轻观众、美国的年轻朋友也非常喜欢的，就是按我们中国话来说就是叫破圈儿。
Actually, it's a very interesting question. And this year we have a little movie that was made starring Michelle Yeoh called Everything All the Time, something like that, that was just completed and just released 2 months ago. And this is a movie that takes place in the metaverse in multiple times, multiple places in the world at multiple times, and it incorporates a lot of very traditional Chinese themes and Chinese cultural touchstones. And I can tell you, because I've seen the movie now the first time with Michelle, but the second time I saw it with a paying public here in America, and there were no Asians in the audience.
您是看过我们的《觉醒年代》的，我特别想知道，你愿意把这样的一部作品推荐给你在美国的朋友们吗？
Yes, I would certainly recommend people in America seeing the series. I found it fascinating myself. There are fundamental cultural barriers in watching the show the way I watched it, i.e. seeing it in Putonghua with subtitles, because American audiences are a little bit resistant to having to read a lot of subtitles. The second thing is I thought the acting was wonderful, and because I'm a student of history, I was enjoying watching it. I think that, 50 episodes. If you want to show that in America, you need to dub it into English and maybe do a little bit of re-editing.
我觉得同题材的不同方向的讲述是竞争，但是我以为是一个良性的竞争。它是不同的文化、不同的地域，甚至不同的观念来解读一个共同的文本。我觉得这才是做到百花齐放。
I think the question of competition or the question of collaboration is always a fine line, and it comes down, I've discovered in the course of my 50-year career, to personal sensibilities. And I have to say that I find in that case that China and Chinese national sensitivities towards co-productions are much sharper in their condemnation, their criticism, or their defense of anything that varies from historical fact. Whereas Americans tend to be a little bit more sloppy and a little bit more easy about adapting things and changing things creatively to make it entertaining and make it fun for today's audiences. And I look on that as just a cultural difference. It's not philosophical, and it's not really politics. It's a cultural difference on, I think, how two different worlds see the place of film, television, entertainment, history, and social discourse.
还是想问一个问题，就是摩根先生作为中美电视节的这个共同主席，作为这个我们中美影视文化的桥梁之一，您认为我们中美在影视上可以再有什么样的互动？
I think film and television, media in general, is probably the single most important bridge between both China and America. And I can say for sure, in the last 50 years, I've seen how America's attitudes have changed towards China, Chinese people, as it went from being a mystery that nobody knew to thinking Bruce Lee was the coolest athlete in America to the greatest hero in America, to sitting in front of their TV sets watching when Richard Nixon landed in Beijing, to Deng Xiaoping coming to America, to welcoming with warm arms a lot of the productions that have been done by great filmmakers, whether it's John Woo or it's Zhang Yimou or it's Chen Kexin, and seeing how the American attitude has changed to, so we all have to work harder to make content and get that content broadcast or shown
感谢今天和摩根先生的这次隔着大洋的畅聊，特别渴望将来有机会我们可以面对面的促膝谈心。
Director Zhang, thank you for spending time with me and explaining things so clearly. I look forward to meeting you in person one day and co-producing some wonderful project with you. You're very talented. Have a wonderful day.
干杯
Cheers, Billy Billy.